and does pick off the second mule. So that was pretty nice right there. He did about 600 minerals worth of damage. And really, he needs to run away with these Void Raids before these two Vikings catch up. But these Vikings will spot these Void Raids. They need to back away because they do not want to engage those Vikings, especially with Marine support. So Fruit will bring back his units, and meanwhile is tearing down the rocks to his third. Once again, we see a problem with Fruit's macro is that he just doesn't add enough gateways. I mean, he is doing a lot of pro production and unit production, but you need more gateways, otherwise a nice push could come in and pick you off. I mean, especially when you're on 2 bases. Let's look at the income tab. Harvest is a 31 to 27, 32 to 29, so Fruit is slightly ahead. Production tab shows another Void Ray. I don't know why he's making another Void Ray. I mean, if you see Starport out and they're making Vikings, Void Rays just aren't a good idea in general. Meanwhile, Jeremy has thrown down a missile turret, is throwing up another barracks. Doing a nice job with his macros so far. He's keeping his... Oh, goodness. Alright, that. So this is the problem I see with Jeremy's builds all the time is he just goes for too much gas. And he doesn't really need all that much gas. He can afford actually to pull guys off the geysers and put them on minerals. Because he's always so low on minerals, but he just has so much gas. It's insane. So that's something I would like to see change from Jeremy's macro. And I know I said in the earlier cast, I don't know why the Stalker is not the Watchtower, but it's actually not a bad idea. I mean, as long as you can scout the army you're coming your way and you react properly, it does very well. I'm not sure what these Vikings are doing. I guess they're coming into scouts. Not sure if I agree with this. Maybe they're trying to hunt for Void Rays. But Jeremy will come in here, scout everything that's going on in Terran and Protoss's base. There are no Stalkers back here. Nothing to really contest this. But this Viking will get picked off, so that will do it for that Viking. I'm not sure if that was worth the scout. I mean, you can just scan. I mean, if you just run in here and you see all this tech, you can run right back out. But Fruit is doing a fine job, though. Finally throwing down more gateways. Has his forge making his plus attack. And is doing a much better job spending his income this game. I just feel like last game he had plenty of times that he could have spent his income and just didn't. And especially when he had like 1,100 minerals going down. A fast third again for Fruit. I'll have to say about this, he's kind of ballsy. If Jeremy goes for drop play, he could pick off his third, but Jeremy's just been sitting in his base. Happy to macro up, but Jeremy just hates this matchup because he doesn't know what to do, and I think I agree with that. I just don't think Jeremy knows quite how this matchup works. That opener was just kind of silly. Had he opened you know, a different opener, I guess, like more of a 3 racks expand, or even a 3 racks expand would have worked, you know, just fine, or a 1-1-1 works just fine, but not like a 1-1-1 all in. It's more like Marines and Medivacs or something. That works, but you don't need siege tanks in this matchup. And quite honestly, he could have lifted off this barracks and just floated around the map and just scouted things. And now, Fruit's doing a great job putting pylons everywhere. I got into him last cast about this. And now he has pretty nice line of vision. He can stand to put a few more pylons up, maybe elsewhere around the map. Observer will scout that the third is going down, but Fruit's is far ahead. It's already up. And probes are transferring. Let's look back at the income tab since not much else is going on. 57 to 51. I mean, they're doing okay. They just need to keep up the pro production. And it looks like Fruit will get there faster than Jeremy, who's stopped his SCV production. So that's one thing that I guess we can kind of pick on Jeremy for. He needs to remember that he can make SCVs and you need to make more just because you're Terran. Just don't rely on mules as much. It's nice when you have that nice SCV count early game and then, you know, you get into mid game or late game really. I mean, this is technically a late game. It's like 19 minutes in and both players are just macroing up. If you get into late game, you can then just get rid of some of your SCVs. You could go send them to your opponent while you just mule up like crazy. I like this play from, actually I don't agree with it, from AiurNeedsMe. If you scout that much bio and you know that he's got starport production, or it's starport production. I'm not sure I agree with Colossus, but we'll see how it works. He's also going for a Twilight Council, and he is on 3 base, so I think he can afford this tech. He's getting this base nice and saturated. I want to check back on the income tab and see. This is much healthier. Like when I see people up in this mid 60s and so forth, that's a lot healthier of an income tab of a Hearthstone account. But he has started on. It looks like he's going to be very committed to this Colossus build. So if Jeremy doesn't have enough Vikings, which he only has 1, he could be in a lot of trouble. He needs to use these scout. He needs to use these scans very wisely. Meanwhile, a drop has gone down in the main of Fruit Crunch. No units are in place to deal with this. I'm not sure what they are doing. They're chasing away this other drop. This entire army just ran away, and now Jeremy is focusing on this. I'm not sure why he's. Okay, he might be able to pick off this Nexus, actually. That would be big. And I'm not sure where the warp ins are for Fruit Crunch. It looks like he's finally warping in. But I mean, Jeremy could have kited that. Personally, I would have gone for this Robotics Bay. It only has 1,000 health total, whereas this has 2,000 health. If he just picked off this Robotics Bay, he could have stopped the Colossus production. He would have... Aiur would not have had extended Thermal Lance. He would have just been in a world of hurt. So really, these drops is doing so much damage. So great job dropping by Jeremy. Looks like he wants to go for round 2 possibly. And yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, he only has a couple of Zealots here without charge, so this drop will be able to do tons of damage. Meanwhile, 2 Colossus have popped. They need to be microed here. They are going to be microed, but he needs to be careful. He doesn't want to get them picked off. If he loses a Colossus here, that's going to be huge. So 1 Colossus does go down. This dropship not actually doing anything. Could have been there helping heal those Colossus. And we'll just hang out with the army. Meanwhile, Fruit has pretty much taken out this expansion from Jeremy, and now he's in a lot of trouble. Did he actually kill that? I think he actually killed the base. And so now that charge is finished, this would be not a bad time to attack. He's sending some fake Colossus out in front. Maybe if he doesn't clump up his unit so much... Oh, this is not a very good engagement there for Fruit. This is going to be quite close, but his Zealots are just stuck in the back. He doesn't honestly have that much DPS, and he's going to lose all of these units. Oh no, this wasn't a very good engagement for Fruit. That was a terrible engagement. Now Jeremy has just so many Marauders, so he can just push out here and win. But I think, I'm not sure what he does here. Let's see, a couple more Zealots are running back home. 2 more Colossus are on the way. I mean, luckily he has enough production to support all these Colossus. I think if he just sniped the 3rd and then gone back, and then, you know, made maybe a stronger army, I think he would have been just fine. He would have been in pretty good shape. He could also afford to start researching Blink. I think, has he even researched that yet? No, he needs to research Blink. And once again, we see the problem with Fruit's macro. So his minerals are just so high. And this case will go down quite easily. There will be no contest here from Fruit. And Jeremy will do the smart thing and just kind of back away and wait to remacro his army. I mean, his minerals are once again so low because... Let's look at the income tab. He's only at 51 harvesters, so he could be much higher. And actually, this base is mined out, so he's only mining off of 1 base. It's going to be really hard for him to remacro an army. Fruit just needs to hang in there, really. I mean, he has a much more cost-efficient army. At this point, he could go for some High Templar, because doesn't he have Storm? I wonder if he has a Templar archive still. I'm not sure where that went, where that was at. Finally spending some of his minerals, but just on that many photon cannons, I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. But I think the this will be going down shortly enough. Meanwhile, Fruit can't really afford to build that much. I mean, he can make another Colossus. With even more Colossus in this ball, it just become more and more deadly. And with decent force fields, you can actually split this army in half. So he needs more Stalkers, he needs more Colossus. He has plenty of charge lots. And they're getting stuck behind his army once again, and all of them get fed back because they got clumped up. So just did not position his units very well in that engagement. So Jeremy will retreat, but he'll retain a majority of his army. Let's see, it's at 158 to 127. So I guess neither player really feels comfortable attacking the other at this point.